Hi guys! In this video you'll see how the actors of the movie Risky Business 1983 have changed. You'll know their real names and age. I will show you how they looked then and what's with them now in 2023. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. Let's go! Rutherford works at Princeton University, where his main task is to conduct interviews among prospective university students. He is quite self-confident, doesn't miss a single detail, and is not distinguished by a too principled nature. Joel, Tom Cruise, gets along well with Miles. He's able to persevere, but due to the constant pressure from his parents about his education, he is overwhelmed and finds it difficult to relax. He knows how to drive a car perfectly and can show resourcefulness. Guido is a pimp, and one of his employees was Lana. He is demanding, not used to giving up, and if necessary can resort to persecution and threats, but at first he always tries to solve everything through dialogue. The role is performed by Joe Pantoliano. Barry, Bronson Pinchot, is one of Joel's buddies, with whom he occasionally spends time playing cards or just hanging out. He knows how to relax, likes to smoke cigars, and occasionally dabbles in weed, but he's not stupid and can help his friend in times of need. Miles Delby is a good friend of Joel, whom he can sometimes play pranks on, but also give advice when needed. He likes to have fun, can often act frivolously, and with the advent of the real threat, he can really get scared. The role is played by Curtis Armstrong. Joel's father, Nicholas Pryor, has a rather strict temper, not always taking his son's wishes into account, especially with regard to choice of college for Joel. He is enterprising, has a good memory, and doesn't like his things to be touched without asking. Joel's mother is kind-hearted and attentive to her son. She cares about Joel's grades and his future college admission, is a good time planner, tries to be punctual and not to forget anything. Played by Janet Carroll, who died in 2012 of a brain tumor. Vicky is friendly with Lana and shares some of her goals. She earns a living by providing services of an intimate nature and adheres to the necessary rules in her work. Can be persuasive and capable of committing meanness. The role is played by Shara Denise. Glenn, Raphael Sbarge, goes to the same school as Joel. He is quite sociable, always trying to keep up with the latest information, but also has a tendency to make sarcastic jokes about his friends. He tries not to miss opportunities that are presented to him. Jackie often advertises in the newspaper that she will keep a man company and help him have fun. One thing she doesn't mention, however, is that she is a transvestite. She is not aggressive, can be persuasive, and appreciates her time. Played by Bruce A. Young. Derelict on train, Jerry Tullis, rode in the same carriage as Joel and Lana. He is not shy and often likes to look at other people without hiding, but at the same time doesn't show any aggression to them. Has a somewhat non-emotional facial expression. Chuck often goes to the card game with Glenn and his friends. He likes to listen to guys' stories about how things are with girls, but he can ridicule and distrust some stories, although he himself doesn't have an active personal life. Played by Kevin Anderson. Stanley Cata, Scott Harlan, is an acquaintance of Joel's who later became his client. He is not a model of beauty and almost constantly eats, which also affects his figure. Stan, as well as other guys, tries to sleep with a girl but often fails in this matter. Babysitter, Anne Lockhart, was Joel's erotic fantasy where she didn't mind making love to him right on the table. She's not completely innocent, but can't completely disengage from the situation and make love in front of witnesses. Prefers to keep nails clean. Extra at party was one of those who agreed to Joe's tempting offer. He doesn't think like his parents and cannot make plans for the long term, as he highlights those desires that are more important to him at the moment. Not Greedy, played by Jason Gedry. Kid at Party is an acquaintance of Joel who was delighted with his idea to organize a party with girls. He's not used to hiding his emotions and sticks to honesty among his social circle, able to show understanding. The role is performed by Harry Tanovitz. Shower Girl was part of Joe's dreaming and was very attractive to him in appearance. She's a self-confident girl who is not intimidated by strangers and is generally relaxed. She's not used to lying and throwing things halfway, played by Francine Locke. Kid at Window, like Stan, decided to come to Joel's party, where he also brought his cousin. Able to persevere in matters of interest to him, but sometimes in the process of this, he is tactless and forgets about the personal space of others, played by Jimmy Byron. Call Girl, Laura Staley, is an acquaintance of Lana and agreed to provide intimate services at Joel's party. She is self-confident and her own abilities, and is also able to skillfully ignite passion in a man. She won't accept aggressive treatment of herself. Kessler, Sarah Partridge, is familiar with Joel and his friends with whom she often crosses paths at school. Like many of her entourage, she is more interested in choosing a profession that will bring her a good income and doesn't strive for something sublime. Call Girl was one of those who attended Joel's party and provided her services to his acquaintances. She knows how to impress, can easily interest a man, and is experienced in love matters. Knows how to be tactful. The role is performed by Candace Collins. Lana has performed sexual services, including for Joel. She strives for independence and doesn't want to be anyone's property. Can be persistent and a little brash, but can feel the person well and support them. The role is played by Rebecca De Mornay. Service manager at work describes himself as an extremely balanced person who doesn't react to unusual behavior or rudeness of customers. He's not annoying and gives the buyer time to think about the decision to purchase the product. Played by Robert Kurtz. Thank you for watching. If you like this video, please share it on social networks, like it, and of course subscribe to the channel.